Okay, okay. So who wants to be first? Vivian, you want to do first?
Fine.
Well, you want Paola to be first.
I want to be first. we agree on that.
Okay. Okay. So everybody can share now.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Wait a little bit. Please. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we talk about the different forms of verbs, and I use some images. In this case, it's okay, and representing the verb okay or representing the verb like and the verb love. So I first ask the students some actions, and after the actions, sorry, I share with the students some activities, visual activities, in order they try to guess which activity is that represent the verb, like a take, sing, write, sit, read, drive, play guitar, etc. So as my warm-up, I asked to the students that after they try to, or they told me guessing each image, I get one example. Laura likes to dance. And I'm going to start to asking to the students like 3 examples more with the third personal pronoun and the first personal pronoun. For example, the first one I said 1 minute ago. The second example could be Peter enjoy, or Peter likes to travel around the world. And that's going to be the other part of the lesson planning or mechanical planning. Then I'm going to introduce some verbs, and in those verbs I choose the verb block that we can use it, and after use it, there is a list, specific list, that we are going to use the second verb with the endings in ing. For example, George loves swimming. So that's gonna be different examples, but I am going to do it examples. After doing 3 examples, the students must to give me, or should give me, 1 or 2 examples, because I'm going to ask to students. After that, I work on the board. For example, Charlie enjoys, and they have to complete the sentences. For example, Charlie enjoys to eat hamburger. Claudia hates studying at night. And then, as one of my examples, I just put a happy face, and they have to invent the sentences using the different forms of the verbs, could be in ing or with the particular to. And that's going to be another kind of part of the lesson plan that's going to be semi-mechanical. After that, I am going to, in order to close my class, I am going to ask, what's the activity that you do always? So they have to think related with this image. So they can say, I like, or I enjoy, I like the guitar, I like to play soccer, I like to listen music or listen to music. So they have to, or they want to practice. Well, I have to tell them that they have to practice with particular two, and after with the ing form. And after that, then I'm going to ask to like a 5 students. I'm going to close my class. In this case, it's going to be the consolidation, and I'm going to give like, could be between 5 to 10 sentences in order they complete, but it's a multiple choice. For example, they have to go into, and that's gonna be
Okay. So, oh, wait. Yes.
I'm going to
Yes,
stop the
yeah.
time.
Okay, so teachers, tell me your comments and opinions. No? Let's see your warm-up. Can you go back to your warm-up?
Well, that's going to be my warm-up. I show them some images or flashcards with different activities, and they have to guess the verb that represent each image.
Okay, y luego de mechanical, Laura likes.
Laura likes, and Laura likes too, and I show them this image, dance, likes to dance, likes to eat, and etc. I am going to use the same verbs that I use in the first part in my warm-up. Okay. Then I continue with mechanical. I give another example, but this example is with the verbs that must be using in the second part with the ing. For example, there is a kind of a specific list from verbs that after you use it, you have to use another verb with the ing. So example, George loves swimming. Another example, George loves playing guitar, or George loves listening music. So I gave the examples, and that for me is continuing like mechanical examples.
Okay.
Then we have the semi-mechanical. In this case, in the first part, I give an example. For example, Charlie enjoys to eat hamburger, and they continue to do it because we do a previous examples, and they have to complete it, but in oral production. And I'm going to ask just to 2 or 3 at least students.
Okay.
And then
okay, can you go to your consolidation?
To this one. In the consolidation, because supposedly they identify the topic, so they have to apply the previously knowledge, sorry. So in this case, this is a multiple choice example. I just take 3 examples, but in the real session could be 10. I don't want to put it more because could be boring for them. And
okay.
just ask to the students.
Just Paola and everybody, the consolidation should be conversational, should be communicative. This activity is mechanical.
This one, consolidation?
Yes, the last summer, and then choose which one is it, no? But the activities in the consolidation should be mechanical.
Okay, should be mechanical.
Excuse me, at revés. The activities in the consolidation should be conversational.
Conversational.
Communicative, the pair word, conversation, etc.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Other than that, was really good. Just, excuse me, change that and think in a conversation activity, and then you send it to me. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, Vivian, you're next.
Yes. One moment. Okay. Explain the off topic the I like. I start the class. How I as a student. What do you like to do? And the student answer me the example I like to swim in the pool because and the different example. Then we see the another image. I use the vocabulary. I give them the meaning of the words, for example, picnic, garden work, different. Before start the grammar, I say the grammar, the I like to, and I like plus verb and ing, sorry. Before I explain how using the I like to and like ing, next watch the video. I have the link explain the more grammar. Next I watch the video with the examples on the love and hate. I have the vocabulary and explain the how they use love and hate and like. Before, sorry, next explain the like to, and the student I can reading the example and later I complete the exercise, write the 3 examples, one that I like, I love and hate. Before watch the link, the one link is the exercise, the complete answers, and the other link is the order the sentences. The I like to, I love, and hate, and finally complete the sentences with the verb ing, and finally the class. I ask the understand the class.
What is your consolidation?
I think I question the 100 and the students explain the off topic.
What questions?
The grammar or the I-100, the topic.
Okay. Okay. But it's not here, right? You're just going to ask the questions. You don't have the questions in a slide or an image.
Sorry?
Yeah, you don't have the consolidation? Or that's the consolidation?
No, I not read. Only
Okay, so you didn't write it.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good. All right, teachers, comments.
I like it, but I think she did the same as me. We forgot to probably to explain more consolidation.
Yes. See everybody, Vivian and everybody. The consolidation is the part where you actually see if your students are speaking English with the new things that you taught them.
And must be always in oral production.
It must be always in oral production. Maybe written production when it's an advanced level or you know, or intermediate, upper intermediate level, but usually it's oral production. So
Okay.
you can see that they actually speak English with the new things that you taught them. Huh? Okay, so Vivian, go back to your warm-up, please. You're not sharing the screen anymore. That's your warm-up. Oh, hold on. That is your warm-up. You're going to ask, what do you like to do and why?
Yeah. We start the class. And the question, students, what do you like to do and why?
You will
Will you
ask the questions, okay?
Yeah.
All right, that's actually good. That's a good warm-up. And then the vocabulary is the images, right? The verbs. All right, go to the vocabulary.
Yeah. Is the
Yes.
verbs, the activities.
Yes. Okay. I actually like it. You just need to work on your consolidation, Vivian.
Yeah.
And I understand you're nervous. Don't be nervous. You know, you have good potential. You just need to, believe in you more. All right, don't be nervous. I mean, we're all okay. All right, very good. Thank you. Okie dokie. All right. So Miguel, you weren't here last week, so you're going to have extra homework for next week.
Yes, please. Sorry, because I hadn't been able to enter classes because my dad was in the hospital. Now he's at my home, but he's a terminal cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So sorry to
sorry.
hear that. And how long did they give you?
How long? A short time because he didn't detect before. Only at the moment, yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand. My mom she didn't have cancer, but she had kidney failure and at advanced stage, so she only lived 11 days in the hospital. So yeah, I understand. I'm sorry, man.
Okay, thank you. But I'm here now. I do the home.
Yes, please. I think you're gone. We're going to do a little bit of review.
Where I'm going to
Yes, go ahead. We're listening, eh?
Sorry, because I can hear the last.
No, that's okay. Now I'm just saying that that please do the homework, and
Yes.
I'm going to open. We're going to do some practice in grammar. Okay, we're going to go fast. It's only half an hour for the class, but it's good for everybody to review. That's the word. Review some of the grammar tenses that we have in our English classes. Okay, it is actually very important because as a coordinator, you will be coordinators at some point of your life. You either will have your own school, or you will coordinate classes in your job. So it's important for you to know, first of all, to know the grammar, obviously, and secondly, it's important for you to know that even though a person might be gringo, that doesn't mean that he knows English. Sometimes coordinators tend to hire Americans, or native speakers, could be British, could be Canadians, and they don't know grammar. They make very, very basic grammar mistakes. I personally have denied the contract over my years to several Americans because they didn't speak English. And they were like, but I'm a gringo. Well, yeah, but I'm a native, no? And like, yeah, but you didn't go to school, man. Your English is very bad. Yeah, it happens the same in Spanish, right? If a person doesn't study Spanish, a Mexican doesn't study Spanish, he will go with the aiga, la calor, all of those words that people do, right? Same thing happens in English. Even though it's an American or a Canadian or a British, it doesn't mean he knows grammar, right? So actually, in my experience, Mexican teachers know more grammar than the average American. For real. The average American, they're native, of course, but they don't study. So bottom line, we all need to study every day new vocabulary, new, especially colloquial expressions, slang. The correct term is idiomatic expressions is the correct word, and obviously grammar, whether it's basic, intermediate, or advanced grammar. Because I've seen teachers that using a lot, especially in the public schools, y no digo nada contra Paola, ojo, Paola es la excepción, but public teachers, they only go with the verb to be, the ing, and I'm going to. They forget about the perfect tenses. They forget about the perfect tenses. They forget about the conditionals. And so we need to work on that every day. All right, let me share my screen. Can you see my screen? Okay, cool.
Yes.
This is a review only, okay? Let me put this away. All right. So what is the terminology? What is a pronoun? A pronoun, Vivian? Can you read?
Read?
Yes, please.
Okay. The door that does the action or receive the condition of a sentence.
Is it clear? A pronoun is the person that does the action. Could be a person, could be an object. So what is the noun? Continue reading, Vivian.
Animal, person, object.
Yes. Could be a name, or could be a pronoun such as you, he, she, no? I, Gerson, you, Paola, etc., etc. What is a synonym of a verb, Paola?
It's an action.
It's an action. Very good. What is a clause, Miguel?
A sentence that complements other sentence.
A clause is a sentence that might be part of a sentence. We're going to discuss that in a moment. But, okay, before moving on, a sentence has three parts, right? What are those? Subject,
Noun and verb.
well, noun is part of the subject.
Okay, so.
Subject, noun, and the complement, right? Or the predicate. Nobody uses that term, but it's a complement. Okay, it's a predicate is actually correct. Nobody uses it, but it's correct. So it's those a sentence to be a sentence needs those three elements. Okay. If it doesn't have those three elements, it's not a complete sentence. Sometimes in an embedded sentence code, you will have two clauses or two sentences divided by a comma, for example, or connected by a connector, and, but, or. But at the end, a sentence is only those three elements. Okay? All right. So we start with the basic, simple present. Can you read this, Miguel?
Simple present to express routines and conditions. I play soccer every day. I am sick.
Okay, very good. Do you agree with this description?
Yeah, that's good because it's routines. For example, get up, take breakfast, take a shower, go school, go work. Yeah, it's a routines and conditions.
Very good.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, very good. So it could be I play soccer every day or I'm sick. Subject, verb, and complement. Simple as that. All right, present continuous. Vivian.
To express action in progress on the future plans. I am playing soccer right now. She's visiting tomorrow morning.
Very good. Right? Do you agree with this description, Vivian?
Yeah, the action and the future plans. For example, I going shopping morning, or she is running the last week.
Okay, good. So the subject, the verb be, the ing, and the complement. The complement will indicate if it's an action in the present or it's an action in the future. I will be visiting my friends this Sunday. So it's in the future. Or I am visiting my friends right now. It's, right now. Okay. Present perfect, Paola.
To express actions started in the past but continue. I have been a teacher since 10 years ago or for 10 years ago.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. And is it the
grammar
subject? Continue.
The grammar structure, subject plus have or has, according to the subject, and plus past participle of the verb plus complement.
Very good. Excellent. Simple past, Miguel.
Okay, to express action, completed and finished. I finished high school 5 years ago.
Do you agree with this?
Yeah, I agree, because it's the action in the past,
Good.
in a specific moment.
It is something that is completed. That's the point.
Okay, subject plus past simple of the verb plus complement.
It's an action that is terminated, that's completed and finished. I ate breakfast in the morning. It's completed, it's gone, it's in the past. Okay. Unlike this is in the past, but continue. It is not finished yet. I see the difference? All right.
Yes.
Past continuous, Vivian.
To express action in progress when a specific action was complete. I was cooking when you come.
When you came.
You came, sorry.
So it's an action that was happening when something happened in the past. I was cooking when you came. Or, for example, what happened yesterday? What were you doing yesterday in the earthquake? Or I was sleeping when I felt the earthquake. Or what happened last year when there was the accident? Or I was driving when I saw the accident. So it's an action in progress in the past connected to an action that was completed. What is the structure, Vivian?
Subject plus was, were, plus ing, plus complement.
Good. Present perfect continuous. Paola.
To emphasize the time of a specific action. I've been cooking all day.
So it's something to emphasize the time or something that you've been doing. No? Or I've been a teacher for 20 years. Or I've been teaching for 20 years. No? It's something to emphasize the time. Or I've been, I don't know, I've been living in Mexico for many years now. So it's something that you would use to emphasize,
And continue
to
with the
emphasize
action.
the time, no, of the action. And what is the structure?
Subject plus have or has according to the subject, plus been plus ing in the verb, and plus the complement.
Good. Very good. Passive voice, Miguel.
When the person is not mentioned, the criminal was arrested yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is not structure. The structure is there is no subject, right? The subject is not explicit. It's implied. Okay.
Okay.
For example, who arrested the criminal is not important, or we don't know the name. Just the important action is that the criminal was arrested. Who fixed your car? The mechanic. Okay, what's his name? I don't know. So the car was fixed by the mechanic.
Okay.
I don't know. Who invented the cell phone? I don't know. But the cell phone was invented last century. and so forth. No? So when the person is not important or we don't know the name, we use passive voice. Okay, good. Conditional one, Vivian.
A reaction from an action. If drink too much, I will crash.
A reaction from an action that is real. If I drink too much, I will crash. What is, bueno, está aquí la, ¿por qué se borraron? ¿Quién sabe? The structure is if, excuse me, subject, the verb, and then the will, can, and the should. So it's consequences. I'll give you an example. If I sleep too much, I will be late for work. If I eat a lot of candy, I will get fat. Okay, so this is first conditional and it's real. Conditional two, Paola.
A possible reaction from a possible action. If I drank too much, I will crash. Is if plus subject plus any verb in past. The consequence, subject, good, and any verb in present.
Very good. Excellent. Conditional three, Miguel.
A unreal past reaction from an action. If I had played yesterday, I would have scored a goal.
Good. You didn't play yesterday, but if you had played, you would have scored a goal. Okay. So it's an unreal action from what happened in the past. I didn't study for the exam, but if I had studied for the exam, I would have or would have passed the exam. Right?
Right.
Causatives. Vivian.
When require a service, it'll get me machine to fix my car.
I'll get my mechanic to fix my car. Okay. What is causatives? Well, it says get my mechanic. You can have can, make, let. Remember the song Who Let the Dogs Out? I make my sister do my homework. All the causatives are the words that you make other person to do for you. Relative clauses, Paola.
Extra information. Alexander the Great, whose people were loyal, was a great leader.
Mm-hmm. Notice, Alexander the Great was a great leader. That is the sentence. In commas is a relative clause. Alexander the Great, whose people were loyal, was a great leader. So it's extra information about the subject in the first sentence or in the main sentence. Reporter speech, Miguel.
Repeating what other people had said. She told me that I was very handsome.
Mm-hmm. It's something that other people said, right? Okay.
Yes.
Gerunds, Vivian.
Describing an action. Blaming it's too dangerous.
Good. It's gambling. it's a verb in ing. It's a gerund, but it could be a subject. Gambling is too dangerous. Sometimes verbs with ing turn to be a subject. Comparisons, Paola.
Describing a noun. Mexico City is bigger than Irapuato.
No, bigger, shorter, taller, etc. Order or adjectives. Adjectives, perdón, Miguel.
Describing a noun. I meet a lovely, tiny, blonde American girl.
In English, there is a rule for adjectives. You need to have categories for in a specific order. Okay. Compound words, Vivian.
Since English is so compact, English allows the speaker to make up words. I have a high-paying job to avoid misunderstanding.
English is a very compact language. Spanish has we have words for everything, no? In English, no. English is the vocabulary is short. So what they do is invent words, putting together, and these are compound words: high paying, misunderstanding, hard worker, etc., etc., etc. All right. Now, the purpose of this, I did it very fast. I did it very fast, but I want you for, what time is it? Yeah, for next week, for next Tuesday. I need you to tell me which one do you like, or you don't like, or you don't, or you're not familiar with, and I want you to study it and then tell us your description or your opinion and examples of the grammar next week. See what I mean? Let me see if I, let me, a ver, vamos a ver. Can you see my screen, right? Yes, okay. The simple present, está muy fácil. Simple present continuous está muy fácil. Present perfect está fácil. Simple past. How about passive voice? Who wants to do passive voice? Paola, thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Good. First conditional, who wants to do it? Vivian, thank you. First, second conditional, Paola también. Third conditional, Miguel. Causatives, Miguel también. Relative clauses, perdón. Vivian. Reported speech. ¿Cómo se llama el otro chavo que estuvo aquí? ¿Cómo se llama el que va a salir contigo? Benny. Benny. Gerunds también, Benny. ¿Por qué no vino? Ah? Comparison está fácil. Origin está fácil. Compound words. Está fácil, pero está tan fácil que no sabes ni qué onda. Vivian. Y listo. ¿Sale? De todas estas se los voy a enviar. Que lo vayan checando. Y en la siguiente clase me lo van a presentar. ¿Sale? No como clase ni nada. Simplemente quiero que hagan su análisis de grammar con ejemplos y todo. Que lo entiendan ustedes.
It's like a given example, just given examples and explaining.
Given examples and
production.
given examples and given description. O sea, cuándo se usa, en qué momento, en qué situaciones, para expresar qué.
Okay. Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
I was thinking about the class that we did as a homework.
Yes.
How can you do it a consolidation in simple past?
How can you do a consolidation in simple past? For example, what was your topic? Remember?
No, my topic was ing verbs, but I was thinking another topic.
No, but what is the topic of the classes? I mean, a simple past.
Simple past.
Pero what is the topic? Is last vacations, Christmas?
Last vacations.
So when you do a consolidation, have pairs. Student A will tell his last vacations before pandemic.
Okay.
And then the student B will tell also his last vacations before pandemic.
Okay. Thank you.
Remember that you need to have always, Paola, or everybody, always you need to have a topic. And by topic, I don't mean the grammar point. I mean, if it's vacations, for example, if it's history, etc. No? Always. Otherwise, it's confusing.
Okay, thank you.
Por eso, si no lo pones así, por eso muchos pueden traducir, pueden darte oraciones en simple past, pero no saben hablar, porque no saben cuándo usarlo. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Let me send you use of grammar, the PDF, so you can have it. Okay. Bueno, ahorita se envía. All right, so study it. See you Tuesday. Thank you very much for everything. Vivian and Paola, send me the presentation with the consolidation corrected. Bueno, en tu caso, Vivian, with the consolidation, porque ya lo hiciste. So do the consolidation. In your case, Paola, change it. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a nice afternoon. And we'll see each other next Tuesday.
See.
Thank you.
Wait, the selfie. Una, dos. All righty. Se las envío en un momento. Thank you very much. See you around.